Hello everyone. We are home at the moment and we're going to do something a little different today. So, as you can see, we're going to go out back and we're going to show you what we got going on in just a moment.
Welcome to my neck of the woods. Welcome to my neck of the woods.
Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm in my backyard. There's no easy way to say it, but I want to give all of my condolences to Steve Wallace. This video is for him. I am not in the Stealth Camping Alliance anymore due to politics and stupidity. However, I would like to participate in the Steve Wallace challenge because I've been watching Steve now for probably 4 years, 3-4 years. I got this shirt for Father's Day 3 years ago. I told my wife how much I'd enjoyed his stuff, and so it kind of got me into wanting to do stealth camping and other camping stuff. So Steve has camped in his backyard. I am camping in my backyard. I have my big family tent set up that hasn't been set up since the last time since right after I got this shirt, which I will try to put the picture right there if possible. If not, it'll be right after this. But like I said, it hasn't been, this tent has not been set up since that time. So I am going to camp out here tonight. I've cleaned it up quite a bit. I have a fire pit over here that I'm going to start a fire here shortly, and we're going to do I'm even going to do a little bit of cooking. So let me grab this real quick. And as you can see, this is backyard and houses. And this is the tent. This is our big family tent from a couple of years ago, which is where I am sitting, or where I'll be sleeping tonight, which I don't have anything in here as of yet. I'll show you guys right here that there's nothing in there. I'm just basically just letting it air out at the moment because it needs to. And fire pit's right here. And we're going to go back over here and show you. That's the chair. Just basically just showing you around my backyard. There's some trash. That's an old, the people that owned the house before we bought it a couple of years ago, or a little over a year ago, had birdhouses everywhere, and they had old mailboxes and paper boxes as those, and I have taken some of them down. They're just piled up back there. I'll eventually get back to throwing them up once I get everything cleaned up. Still working on it. Takes time. There's tons of poison ivy back there. Eventually I'm gonna get it all killed and get the backyard good and cleaned up, and we'll have some other things. But we'll be back shortly. As you can tell, it's gotten a little dark. It's getting dark pretty quick. I mean, it is gonna be fall here shortly. So I will have a light on. I'll have a little light here shortly. It's already out here, but it's Oh, there it is. Anyways, I've had a lot going on. We went on vacation. You saw the vacation video. I've been working like crazy, and the weather has been nuts. It has rained a ton. It hasn't even been good enough. Like, I know I can camp in the rain, and that's not that big of a deal. But it's been like crazy wind, thunderstorms, lightning, trees falling all over the place. It's just not, it just hasn't been good weather for camping. It just hasn't been good weather for camping. So this is kind of my getting ready for the fall camping. I've got gear that I've got to get ready and all of those things. We added a new member of the family. I will take you to him now. This fella right here is Cooper. Cooper. Hey, buddy. Cooper has been with us for almost 2 months now. He is a rescue from the shelter. I got the bright idea that I wanted a companion for walking. My wife's wanted a dog for a long time, so we decided, spur of the moment, that we were going to get one. And this guy right here, which I don't know if you can even see him because the camera's so dark, he was the shelter's longest resident. He had been there for almost 3 months, and we did not, that was the deciding factor for picking him up. He's been a great dog so far. He needs to learn some things that dogs need to learn when they move into new houses. But other than that, he's been a wonderful dog. The kids love him. He's a little crazy sometimes. He's a little crazy sometimes, but he's been a great dog so far. He's gotten out a couple times and ran. We've had to chase him. Normal dog stuff. Not a big deal. However, like I said, he's a little rough around the edges, but he will eventually. He'll be going camping with us. So I'm gonna get this fire started. Maybe I'll film that. We'll see. Be back in just a moment. If we're gonna camp like Steve, then we have to light a fire like Steve. So as you can see right here, I've got one of these solid fuel alcohol tablets. So I'm gonna go ahead and light that and throw this kindling on top, and hopefully shortly thereafter we will have fire. You might be able to see it is starting to flame up, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, and I'll be back in just a moment, hopefully with a started fire. All right, we got the fire started, as you can see right there, and I know I'd already touched on the subject, but I would like to talk about Steve Wallace. Steve is one of the biggest inspirations for me to doing my first stealth camp. For me doing this, I've watched him religiously for, like I said, I started watching him at the beginning of the 8 weeks. At the beginning of his 8 weeks camping for school, and I've watched every episode since, regardless of what the episode was, lives, all of that. I look forward to his videos on Thursday, and when I saw the video from this past Thursday, it really hit me hard. It kind of, you know, I couldn't imagine going through what he's going through right now. I'm gonna get some more wood on the fire to make sure that it stays going. I know it doesn't have to stay going all night because it was hot today. It was 90, I think it hit 94, which is crazy because it's been in the low 80s here recently. I gotta fix that. It's like I said, it's been in the low 80s here recently. So for it to hit 94 today was pretty nuts. The humidity's bad, but luckily the fire has kept the bugs away. The dog is preoccupied at the moment, staring at deer that he cannot get to. He would absolutely love to chase those deer. And if there were a squirrel, oh man, he'd be in heaven. So, like I said, we're gonna get some more wood on the fire, and just because it helps keep the bugs down. And then probably when I come back, we'll probably be getting ready to do some kind of cooking. So we'll see you guys here shortly. What's going on, guys? I've just been chilling, pretty much hanging out, watching videos. I need to get my stuff set up in the tent, but unfortunately I don't know how well that's gonna go, if I'm gonna be able to video that or not, because I don't have a ton of light. I mean, like, I have some light because I have some outside lights that we don't use very often. However, I turned them on just to give me a little bit more light back here to help with the camera. And when it's dark, it is pitch black back here. It's very hard to see. The only light that gets coming in is like the light that comes from the house, and then the street light back here. I'm gonna do some more videos. I know I haven't posted anything in a while. Like I said, I have not had a whole bunch of a chance to, but fall is upon us, and we will be, fall is rapidly approaching. It's not upon us yet, but it is rapidly approaching. So I've got some plans. I think I'm going to stick it out and try to do some sort of winter camp. As I've stated on previous videos, I am not a winter person. I don't like being cold. I don't like being like super duper hot, but like it's pretty hot right now. Let's see what. If my app would ever update. It's still 78 degrees. It's supposed to be 93 tomorrow, and then back down into the low 80s, and then back up into some high 80s. So we might try to get some more camping done. I don't We're going to. We're not. We're not. There's no might about it. We're going to. I've got some other places scoped out for some stealth. I want to. I'd like to do some just wild camping, like some solo wild camping or some camping with the dog. Eventually, he's not ready for that right now. He's too all over the place. But he is, you know, he's been a good dog, or he is a good dog. He's not been a good dog. He is a good dog. I'm rambling at this point. And honestly, I'm a little hungry. And I don't know, like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to video that, because I have to video that. That's part of the Steve experience. So, we will be back momentarily. It'll be a few minutes for me, but for you guys, it's gonna be no time. But we'll be back with food. That'll be next. All right, we are going to affix this to here. I 3D printed this little cap that somebody put on Thingiverse, and it goes just like that right there. I need to keep it in the light so you can see it. And you could put some cordage around that if you wanted to, and it will, as you can see, it'll hold it pretty tight, and it just clips off, and it just basically keeps this clean, because sometimes those can get stuff down in them, and it's not cool when that happens. So we'll be right back with once we'll get that affixed. Yeah, we'll be right back. Now, you're probably wondering what we're having for dinner, or for evening. I wanted to do something simple, so I've got this right here. Castleberry's pork in barbecue sauce Carolina recipe. And then I've got some buns, which I'll have to go grab those. And then some buttery mashed potatoes, just to have a side. Just something simple. So now this has a little electric igniter, but I've had issues with it in the past. And it doesn't work half the time, but it was a very cheap little stove, so. We're not ready for that yet. So we've got to open this. Most people have can openers, or gonna have can openers. Something that my dad gave me when I was a kid that I've used for a very, very long time. That I've always had on my keychains. This is specifically my little camping keychain. I have it on my actual keys, which I'll have to find those to show you, because they should be in here somewhere. Yes, aha, here we go. So as you can see, I guess I should. Anyways, it's a can opener. It's a P13, P30. I'll look it up and I'll put it in. I'll make sure that it's listed below. But anyways, it's a can opener. They're very, very cheap. Very, very nice little can openers. I am left-handed, so this is not as easy for me as it might be for some of you who are right-handed. Wipe the dust off of this can. And fix this down into here. Get it to start. There we go. And these are just good to have. It's a good little survival tool to have. It's good in a pinch. It's good if you can't find your can opener at home. I've used it on stuff when we haven't been able to find can openers in the past. But it's something good to have in your bag. And as you can see, ta-da! And there's this lovely we're just gonna gloop. And I have to get this started again. And we'll be back when it is ready. And we're done. I'm not gonna make the mashed potatoes tonight. And just because I'm not, like, I'm gonna eat 2 of these and I'm not gonna be super duper hungry. You can see that. Because it's just canned pulled pork. And I'm hoping that it's not gonna be terrible. Steve typically, which I mean, I know I'm way past the step 2 part. Steve typically does a step 2, being that where he drinks beer or something along those lines. I personally don't drink very often, and I just don't plan on drinking on camera. So we're drinking this tonight. This is a Snapple Rain. This used to be a big thing back in the late 90s, and they've brought it back. It tastes a little different. It's a little lighter now. So I can sit down here. It tastes a little different now. It's not as strong. It tastes a little different now. It's not as strong as it was back then. But that's just what I remember. I could be wrong. But it is so good. It's agave cactus flavored juice drink from concentrate with other natural flavors. It has 10% pear juice in it and probably has some white grape. Pear juice. I don't know. My dog and cat are fighting. My cat's being ridiculous. It's typical. But it's very light. It's cold. I put it in the freezer earlier. I'm going to eat. I'm not going to video myself eating. But I'm going to eat. And I will be back after I eat. Alright, we are in the tent. It's very simple. I have my lantern here hanging with just with a stick on this little top pole. Chairs here. This chair has seen better days. It's been left outside numerous times. It looks dirty, but it is clean, I promise. This little chair that's just as my little table. I need to get a camping table. But I got this little fan running off of it's a little USB fan, and it's running off of a battery, a little cell phone battery charger. And then, very simple, you could see my sleeping bag laid out, my air mat, my little air pads underneath it, and yes, I have a Superman pillow. And that's about it. So, alright. This tripod that my camera is on, which doubles as a selfie stick, it is not even remotely wanting to stand up on this floor, this tent floor. I want to show you all a cool little piece of gear that I got. We didn't have any kind of shovel when we did our backpacking trip, and I've been looking for some sort of travel shovel for a while now, but just haven't been able to pick one out. I got a killer deal on this little one from work, and it comes out in multiple pieces. Ow. I didn't feel very good. It hit my ankle. It comes out in little pieces. You can use it however you need to. But it is a camping shovel, backpacking shovel, that has an edge on it. You can see that or not. Yeah, it has an edge on it, so you can use it as a hatchet, supposedly, which I have not used it yet because I just got it not too long ago. And then it's got a serrated edge, and then it's got a little bottle opener here. I don't know if you can see that or not because the lighting's not great in here. I'm doing the best I can, guys. And then you use it for a pick. It locks in place, just like that. But like I said, I didn't pay much for it. I got it at work, and thought it was pretty cool. This end piece here, this bottom one that comes out, which I have to take it apart anyways to put it back together, or not to put it back together, to put it back in the pouch. This piece, bottom piece screws out, and it's got a ferro rod on it. So, and you can actually put stuff down in there if you wanted to. There's nothing in there as of right now, I don't believe. Oh shit, this is survival whistle. That's cool. But yeah, like I said, we didn't have any kind of shovel, which would have been great. We wouldn't have had to, if we'd had a shovel on our backpacking trip, we would have been able to dig all of the glass and trash that was in the fire pit, and would not have had to just move the fire pit like we did. So this will come in handy. It's gonna go in my bag on my bag. However, yeah. So I've tried to show y'all like any new gear I get. Oh, this Random Adventures 2.0, Tony likes to talk about his Louisiana crunch cake, and that's apparently what he uses, or what he takes now when every time he goes stealth camping. My backpacking, my favorite snack to take with me, I'm going to show you guys, is just these little freeze-dried strawberries and bananas. There's tons of carbs, so it's good for your, you know, helping you get down the road. And it's fruit. It's just dried fruit. So this is, you can get different brands. This comes from Kroger. Kroger is what it is around here. I think it's like Fred Meyer or something on the West Coast. But this, like I said, this is my go-to snack. I took it on my first stealth camper, on my first stealth, and I took it when we went on our backpacking trip. But I haven't featured any food of any kind, so I wanted to point that out. And we'll be back. As you can see, I am laying down. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some sleep. I don't know how well I'm going to sleep. It's been a very, very, very long time since I've slept on the ground. I have this little pad in between us, but it's not very thick. But it feels pretty good out here. I've got that little fan going. Probably gonna throw on some music and call it a night. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Hey guys, it's about 6 a.m. and I think I'm up. Yeah, I'll be getting up. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so now I've got to get the tent cleaned out and get it put up. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that because this tent takes a while to take, or takes a bit to take down, and it's just not necessary. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. We will have more videos. It's just having the time to do them, which I'm going to work on it. If you guys continue to support, that'll give me a chance to get out there. So again, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
Someone neck in the woods.
This one's for me. Read it out loud.
Do this while you get your other gifts.
Open it. Ollie.
Hunker
Ollie.
down.
Ollie, baby. Ollie.
Ollie, look at mama.
You want to give this to Daddy? Give it to Daddy.
You have to point for him, too.
Hey, hey.
You gotta point for him.
Okay, shh.
Hey, Ollie.
Jesse. Read it out loud.
Because you are the light of my life. Happy Father's Day.
He signed it, by the way.
Give me the trash.
He's fine, Jesse. All right, Jesse, you can give him your gift.
Because you keep us safe. Happy Father's Day. Love, Jess.
I was good.
First aid kit. It's really cool.
We're having a bit of a traffic jam.
Because you provide for us, happy Father's Day. Oh. Thank you. It's awesome.
Now you can open the big one.
Oh, Lord. Because home is wherever you are. I love you. Happy anniversary. Nice.
My
So
dude.
we get to go camping, right?
No, I just bought it so that it would look good on our porch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to my neck in the woods.